truly grateful for the opportunities that I have, and to be able to be the men's physique Olympia champion in 2014 was awesome. And it's going to be even greater to come back in 2.5 weeks and reclaim my title and to continue being the 2015 Mr. Olympia physique champion. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning of a legacy for me. And I know what I believe and what I believe I do, and that's coming out on top again for the second time as your Mr. Olympia 2015. What's going on, everybody? It's Jere Buen Dia, your 2014 Men's Physique Olympia champion. I'm currently a little under 3 weeks out from the 2015 Olympia, where I look to repeat my title. It'll be the first time in men's physique history that somebody will have a back-to-back win. So I'm really looking forward to making history this year, the next few weeks. Today I had an amazing shoot with Ironman. It's my first time shooting with them. I've been talking with Nice for the past year or so, trying to set something up where we can put together a shoot. And I think we came up with some really amazing stuff today, some of the best images I've ever done, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the final edits on those. You know, prep has been amazing this year. It's been a lot of fun doing what I've been doing, and you know, I took a whole year off since last year at Olympia, and this is the first year I've only competed one time. And I've been competing since I was 17 years old. I did my first first bodybuilding show when I was 17. It was 2 weeks after I graduated high school. So I've been doing this for quite some time. I'll be 25 in October, so yeah, we're nearing 8 years of competing. And you know, I have over 25 shows underneath my belt. And you know, competing can take a toll on you. And you know, 7 years of show after show after show, it can definitely wear you down after a while. So taking this year off was very important to my success this year, and I feel it really paid off because it brought the fun back into what I'm doing. You know, every single morning I'm not dreading getting up and going and doing my cardio. I'm not dreading dieting. I had time off this year. I had time to go relax. I didn't have to wake up for 2 or 3 months. I didn't have to wake up at 7 a.m. and go do my cardio. I didn't have to eat every 2 hours. So I had a nice break mentally and physically. It really paid off, because now with this prep, a solid 16 weeks of prep for Olympia this year. We took a long prep this time because I was ready mentally. And it's just been a really slow process of chipping away at the gains I made in my off season. And we've been able to hold on to a lot of the muscle and have been able to capitalize on the recovery time that I had, and really to utilize that in order for me to grow and develop the underdeveloped body parts that I had last year. Like my back was a little underdeveloped, my shoulders are a little underdeveloped. You know, this year I'm gonna be a lot fuller, a lot more mature muscle, a lot more well-rounded in the shoulders, a lot fuller back. You know, I'm really looking to bring a physique that's near flawless, and that's the idea behind men's physique, I feel, is to bring a physique to the stage that has the least amount of flaws, something that's near perfection, that's aesthetic. And when we think about aesthetic, we think about what is appealing, what would you want to look like, what is perfection? And aesthetic to me is a physical perfection of one's body. So, you know, men's physique is a competition of aesthetics. You don't gotta be the biggest guy. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm one of the smallest guys on stage. You know, you don't have to be the hardest. You don't have to have the most massive delts. It's about being properly proportioned. It's about being complete. You know, with your conditioning, with your symmetry, with your muscularity, all of them have to be in balance. If one of those are off, you're not creating that aesthetically pleasing, perfect physique. So, you know, with what we're trying to create is that well-rounded physique in all those categories to ensure that I come out on top again this year. And I have a lot of confidence going into this Olympia because of the fact that I have a lot of things on my side. We've had a great offseason. I got amazing sponsors of Live Fit and EVG Nutrition that have been backing me 110% all year long. They've really gone above and beyond to ensure that I'm comfortable, that my life is suitable right now, and to enable me to focus on repeating my title. So huge shout out to both my sponsors, Live Fit and EVG, for being able to provide that for me. I wouldn't be able to do that without them and their support. It's just, this whole sport has been truly a blessing. It's something that I've locked in since I was 17. I grew up with a Filipino father, so it was very strict. We were very, education and sports driven all the time. I played sports year round. My parents demanded, 4.0 GPA for me. So perfection is something that has been instilled in me from the get-go. And, playing sports growing up, my dad always pushed me to the limits. I was always more than prepared. I always went above and beyond to do the most I possibly could to ensure my performance was perfect on the field. And that, being taught that at a young age really has, I felt, primed me for my success now, because I know what it takes to be a champion because of all the hard work that I put in as a child and growing up to become the best at whatever craft I did. And now my craft is bodybuilding and men's physique. And it's just truly a blessing to be able to do what I love every single day and have it give back to me in such a huge way. Like, I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff if it weren't for this sport. Who knows what I'd be doing right now if I didn't get on stage for that first time. I could still be personal training, working 12-hour days. I could be working at a restaurant like I was right before I started all this stuff, but the fact of the matter, I got on stage that first time and I did well, and I kept that drive going for the passion that I love. And it just goes to show how hard work, consistency, and passion can lead you to success. And I'm still have to take a step back every once in a while and look at it from the outside in to see what I've accomplished and to see where I really am. Because walking around today and doing all this stuff, I'm living it. From the outside in, like, it's really spectacular. I'm not saying it's not spectacular to me, but to take a step back and look at it from the outside in, it's huge. It's a big deal. And it's sometimes hard to recognize that when you're actually the person doing it, but when you take a step back and to look at it from the outside in, you really appreciate everything. And I'm truly grateful for the opportunities that I have, and to be able to be the men's physique Olympia champion in 2014 was awesome. And it's going to be even greater to come back in 2.5 weeks and reclaim my title and to continue being the 2015 Mr. Olympia physique champion. So this is just the beginning. This is the beginning of a legacy for me, and I said that from the get-go. And I have no problem stepping up and saying that I'm the best in the world at what I do, because I truly believe that, and I've worked my ass off for it, and it's something that I've instilled in my mind, and no one can take that away from me. So I have no problem saying I'm the best in the world at men's physique. I have no problem saying I'm going to win the 2015 Mr. Olympia physique again. And call it cockiness, call it arrogance, you can call it whatever you want to, but what I know is what I believe, and what I believe is what I do. So with the belief of winning, all I can say is I'm going to come back on that stage on September 20th and I'm going to win it again.